Hello coloring friends. So today's video about my completed pictures of last week and about coloring plans for the upcoming week. And there is something new also to make the process of choosing what to color next a little bit more fun, definitely for me and hopefully for you too. And let's start from the picture I colored for Sammy's coloring checklist challenge, and this time the challenge was to color a double spread. I was not in mood to color something big double spread, and so I chose this small coloring book, Escape to Shakespeare's World by Goodwives and Warriors, and I chose this double spread with Ophelia, and you can see the result. And it was very easy to color and I really enjoyed it. I used my favorite colors, as you can see, turquoise and purple and violet, and I used more budget pencils like Winsor & Newton Student Line, Derwent Academy and Faber-Castell Classic children's colored pencils. All these pencils behave very nicely on this paper. And as always with this book, there is something on each illustration that you can't quite figure out what is that and where the lines go. And it was same thing with this illustration, but I managed to color without problems, and I like this, like one color comes into another and you don't quite understand, is it still water or it is something else there. So that was fun to do, and this challenge from Sammy is done, and I'm happy that I completed yet another picture from this coloring book. Then the next illustration that I planned for this week was this one. It's an illustration from Julia Speary's Whimsical Wonders coloring book, and I wanted to color this pirate girl, and I did color it, and I'm glad how it turned out. And again, it was fun, and I actually finished it in a few hours. It was rather quick work for me, and I didn't expect that I would enjoy it so much. Quite such a simple a child style picture, but really fun. And what I use here, again, Winsor & Newton Student Line pencils, watercolor, Derwent watercolor pencil for the background, and that's it, I think. I like how her hair turned out, really nice, rich ginger color for her hair. So that was only two illustrations that I planned to color last week, but I managed to color some more because I had time and I had mood for that. Though these are quite simple, very simple illustrations, like more relaxing, mindless. And one is from this Just Add Color Circus book by Sarah Walsh. I had only one completed picture in this book so far, and so I decided to color one more. And this interesting guy with tattoos, again it's quite simple illustration. That was my previous one. This one is more in my style, and this one here I use different colors because what I did, I took my box with markers and took out two colors blindfolded. And the first color was brown cocoa, and I was like, no, this is not my color, brown, what am I going to do with it? And then the second one I took out, it was pumpkin. At least these two colors, they go nice together. You can see them here, cocoa and pumpkin. And so that's why this picture looks a little bit different from my usual style, you know, but I'm glad that I managed to incorporate these two colors that I don't use that often, and actually I liked this combination and it was fun too. And then two more illustrations from the mindfulness coloring book. Very simple. One is this mandala. It's very springy mandala. I felt like coloring something spring themed, though it's almost summer already. And so I got this mandala, very bright and really giving you a spring mood. And the second one is just this pattern. Just tried different combination of colors. Yeah, it's bright and it's beautiful, and it was fun. These were my works for the last week. And now about my plans for the upcoming week. And today I'm going to try kind of new way of choosing what to color next, because I still find it rather difficult to do it, considering how many coloring books I have. And also I think this new way is going to be more fun for me and hopefully for you to watch too. And in this new way is actually a good old lucky draw. I have made up 140 prawns. Here they are. I didn't have any particular number on my mind. I just came with this number. I believe I could have come even with bigger number, but okay, I said to myself, stop, enough. And so then these prawns, they are of different topics, including random words, particular artists, particular books, and then I've written them all down, small pieces of paper, roll them up and put into this lovely box. You can see, here they are. And every week I will draw out a random paper and see a theme of my coloring. Of course, I will not be using only this theme in choosing my illustrations to color. I can add some other illustration if I feel like that, but I believe this way I will have a narrower circle of illustration to choose from, plus there will be always the element of surprise, of excitement about what is coming next. Of course, I made the list of themes considering my collection of books, my personal taste in coloring. But anyway, everyone can join me any week if you get inspired by any topic and want to color along with me. You can send me your completed works till the end of the week, and I will show you pictures in the video, and it will be even more fun that way. And so let's start then and choose what I will be coloring next week. So, as you could see, the theme that I got for the upcoming week is jewelry. I'm surprised, and I can't say that it is my favorite object to color, but it's supposed to happen, I believe, because I have this book. It's Jewelry from Hachette Art Therapy, and a long time ago I started this picture, and actually not even started, but I tried different ways of coloring these stones. I even don't remember what I used now, and since that time this picture is like this. I don't like to start a picture and then to leave it. And actually I have only two, this one and one from Bennett Klein Grayscale, unfinished picture. And so it meant to be because I drew this theme jewelry, and now I have to finish this illustration, and I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm not sure how to finish this stone now. I forgot what I used here, but nevertheless. And so the next picture that I'm planning to do is, of course, for Sammy's challenge, and the next challenge is to color a picture using tutorial from a book or online. At first I wanted to use Olivier Audorand tutorial about coloring a galaxy, but I couldn't find a suitable picture to try this technique to color galaxy, and so I believe I have to do something else. And there is one thing that actually I wanted to do for some time. Quite recently on Instagram I found one colorist, Patrick Giacomelli, and his colorings are amazing. He uses so many colors, and his pictures are so bright, it's amazing. And I want to do to color one picture in his style. I will try my best. It's not exactly tutorial, right? But when you're trying to copy some artist, that way you too learn something. You see what colors he chooses, and how he does this or that. And so I will show you this illustration that I want to color. It's from Joanna Basford Magical Jungle, these lovely parrots. I'm not sure, of course, that my result will be as beautiful as his, and I'm afraid it will take me longer than 1 week to complete, but we'll see. But I feel like that because to follow someone, for me it's more difficult than to color myself. And so here it is, this picture, Magical Jungle, and here it is, looks so simple. Yeah. I see that he changed the way these parrots look, so I believe it's going to be an interesting experiment, but I'm not sure about the result. So then the next picture, I have already started it. It's from Rhinestones, Furs and Feathers by Rick St. Denis. I started these illustrations and of course I need to finish it. I like these illustrations, this artist, though I can't say that it's that easy to color his style because it's very sketchy and it takes time to figure out what is what. And so far I finished only one picture from this book, and so I thought it's about time that I color something else. So this is also last week I showed one simple illustration from this book, Metamorphosis by Amélie Barnatan, again by Hachette, and I colored very simple illustration using only 3 pencils. Where is it? And then someone asked me to color something else in this book. I couldn't choose what to color because these are quite unusual illustrations in this book, but I found this lion and I will be coloring him. He looks quite simple and kind of appealing to me, not looking weird or something. And then I want to start this coloring book, Coloring Heaven, actually, a cat's special, and I want to color this cat lady. Again, I'm still not sure how am I going to color it. It seems a bit difficult to me, this style, to figure out how to color it, but I will try, and again it looks interesting to me. That's quite a lot I have planned for the upcoming week, but if I don't finish something, no problem, I will finish the next week, and I'll be glad if someone joins me in coloring any of these pictures or coloring my theme of the week, jewelry, and send me your works to my email then. And that's all for today. Thank you for staying with me. Until next time, bye.